It's time.
Good bloody evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's the King of the Couch back in your ear holes for another edition of the King of the Couch podcast. I'm not alone tonight. Episode 150. It's a big one. It's the King and the... Is that the word?
Queen of the Couch.
She's nervous. It's been 50 episodes since she's last joined us. It's a very special episode. My better half, episode 50, episode 100, and now episode 150. Rebecca Wimsett, future Mrs. Thompson.
You are welcome.
Mother of my children. How are you? We're sitting here tonight. It's taken 2.5 weeks to get back on the mic. We tried for Monday. Look, we'll be honest, we come off a big yacht trip on Sunday. Big Daddy King had quite a bit of rosé under his belt.
Just a bit.
We were very, very tired on a Monday night. And we had some sort of crotchety kids and frankly some crotchety adults.
That's true.
And then Tuesday was a bit of a write-off. I fell asleep in Arabella's bed, woke up.
Was that?
That was last night, only last night, and then we come good, and it just didn't happen. Then Oscar woke up, a little bit of teething. Frankly, we live under the same roof, but you're the hardest guest to pin down.
Well,
Don't matter.
I'm not cheap.
Here you are, you're not cheap. That's why I love you. You're expensive, I'm cheap. Speaking of not cheap, we're sitting here tonight with a little bottle of, I don't even know how you say it, it's that fucking fancy, Piper Hide Sec. Crack that motherfucker. It's a celebration, episode 150. Sorry, I wasn't calling back a motherfucker there.
Well, I mean...
No, we've said some things, eh? We're going to talk about it all tonight.
This is unveiling of the truth
now,
happens behind closed doors.
When I say King of the Couch is a therapy session, this is a couples therapy session, which we've done that. We have done that. We have done that. I've mentioned that numerous times on the show, and we're proud of it. We're not ashamed of it.
Well, you know, a little bit of raw reality never hurt anybody, right?
Didn't hurt. But anyway.
Here we go.
I thought, with tradition, we've got champagne here. If you're watching at home, you can see this. If you're listening to it on your audio device, you can hear us. Cha-ching.
Cheers.
Cheers, babe. Love you.
All right.
Where did we get that from? That was, whoa.
No, you don't like that
Got
drop?
Got a bit of tang to it. It's a bit too expensive for me. Got a bit of tang. If it said Wolf Blast on there, it might be different. But we actually, when I say we, I mean I pinched that from Hayman Island.
Aaron's a thief.
No, I'm just...
But that's okay.
I don't like seeing things out of waste. We were lucky enough to get a Hayman Island, which I'm sure if you've been listening to a while, you knew about that. But every morning, we got delivered a bottle of Piper Hide Sec. And it would have been better if it wasn't like, you know, you were leading up to doing a speech and then having a hangover and had kids and stuff like that.
Or if you were like not severely hungover.
Yeah, like it just was a tough one.
It'd be nice to crack that.
It was a toughie.
For a little bit of a mimosa morning or something. We just didn't get that opportunity, sadly, but that's okay. We brought a bottle home with us in our luggage.
We had to. We packed literally everything. So I didn't want to see it go to waste. Beck just thought it came with the room. It didn't come with the room. It was delivered to the room every morning. We get a bottle every morning. There was 2 or 3 bottles.
I know.
Delivered.
I thought that it just happened to everybody as a thing. But anyway, so
the
we're like
effing cleaners.
That's right.
Episode 150. It's a special one. Obviously, look, housekeeping. Subscribe to the show. Like the show. If you like anything, pay it forward to a loved one. Beck doesn't often listen to the show because she has me live every damn day. But when she does, she gets some lols.
I do get some lols.
She gets some lols.
I do. You're pretty funny.
You're my biggest critic.
I think I've told you that before.
Yeah.
You're pretty funny.
My biggest critic.
I just like the material to be good. You know,
Yeah.
It's pretty embarrassing when I have to share not funny material.
Very funny. Quick sip. Oh. Well, what's been going on, Beck? It's been... A lot's changed. It would have been literally at least a year ago, you were last on the show. Mm-hmm. A lot's changed in 1 year.
A little bit, yeah.
We have got another kid.
We do. Beautiful Oscar.
Yep. You're now re-entering the workforce.
Correct, yes.
Our rent's gone up. Our expenses have gone up.
We've got a new car.
We've got a new car, Kia Sportage.
That is fun.
And it's not the base model either. It's pretty... It's like
middle of the range.
Middle of the range. Very
pretty
appropriate.
Middle of the range.
But yeah, it's been good. Lots been happening. What's going on? Tell the punters, tell the King's band, the King's people, so we don't say they, them. You know what I mean? She's forgetting how to She's a cute kid, this one. I'm putting her on the spot here tonight.
I don't like to be put on the spot. I like to prepare.
But it's interesting. I know you've even been on here 3 times, but it's weird because we get to see each other all the time. And frankly, having 2 kids let's be honest, Beck. Not that our relationship's got dull or anything like that, but it has changed since we've had one kid,
100%.
and it changed again since we have 2 kids, right? Like
Yeah.
I often find now that we'll sit at the dinner table and we don't even say 3 words to each other.
No, except for, do you want salt on that?
Would you like salt? And like I always say, yes. I'm already into salt before. Actually, that's something to talk about. That's something to talk about. Salt and pepper. Just digressing real quick. Does everybody out there put salt on every meal they have? I add salt to absolutely everything I have.
I depends. It depends what it is. Depends if it needs it, right? I don't
Yeah,
know.
but before I've even tested it, I'm putting salt on it.
See, my problem is that I'm not a foodie in terms of like knowing like about flavors and stuff like that. A lot of the time too, I'll eat something super bland because it's healthy, or
Not me.
not that healthy doesn't mean that it's bland, but I will just eat something plain because I'm like, oh, it's good for me. I'm not going to worry about judging it.
Yeah, no, I get that. Well, look, you made a delicious fish curry tonight, and I didn't put salt on that, so I've been caught in a lie here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. But for the most part, I put salt on everything. Pre-salt it, maybe then post-salt, but there's always salt on everything. Well, we had this discussion recently because someone told us that was rude, especially if you go to like a restaurant or you go to like get a cooked meal at someone's house. It's rude to like salt and pepper something. Oh, I had an accent there. Salt and pepper something before you've even tasted the dish.
Yes.
And then even if you taste it and you salt and pepper, it's like it's a slap in the face. It's like, oh, this is
well, I
a bit
didn't actually
unsalty and
realise
peppery.
I didn't understand or know anything about that until recently either. So I've actually learned something.
It was your sister that did that. And I think just out of spite. She told us about the salt and pepper thing.
Did she?
Yeah.
I
and
don't think it was her.
I thought it was, but out of spite, I just kept salting and peppering while she was here. But like I was saying, the king of the couch, he's got a habit of digressing. But what I was saying is that we don't often get to have proper conversations anymore because usually Monday to
No.
Friday we're so flogged
Yeah.
from just trying to raise 2 kids, and we've got great kids, probably 2 of the best kids that have ever
The best, yeah.
like walked this earth. And I think that's a bold statement, but it's a true statement.
No,
You might think differently, listeners.
I wouldn't be disagreeing with you there.
No, but we don't get to talk, so it's special for me to actually sit down with you tonight,
And have an adult
have a
conversation.
fucking conversation, and I'm actually nervous about it. It's weird. It's like we've sat down, we've put a bit of emphasis on this. I put it out to the interwebs. We've got some questions to go over,
I'm excited.
and I'm like, oh my
How
god,
are you?
I don't even know you. I feel like this is like a first date. This is like actually a first date for us.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're back.
I don't think. Ooh, okay. All right. Question for you. What was more awkward, our first date or this date? Not awkward, but maybe awkward maybe.
I'd say, I thought the first date went well.
Yeah, I think the first.
I
date
think
went well.
maybe 2 or 3 hours after the first date didn't go as planned. Was that when I was rudely booted out the next day?
Yeah, because I had to go hiking at 4:00 in the morning.
Hiking. It's the kind of chick that I wanted in my life, a hiking woman. But no, the first date I thought was good. This isn't that awkward because I know you.
Yeah, it's not awkward.
Good to see that you still get dressed up for the show and the listeners.
I did.
She got dressed up.
actually,
She
no,
put a
I
face
didn't.
on.
I just put a different t-shirt
She
on
didn't
and
need to
put
put a
some
face on
makeup
though because she has a natural beauty. But like,
Well, you know.
I appreciate you stepping up for the
Thank you.
King's people.
Thank you.
But now our first date was good. Do you ever miss?
Doing stuff like that.
I kind of in a
Without,
way
like spontaneity.
I miss the excitement a little
Yeah,
bit.
me too.
You know,
Like,
obviously
just
know
being
each other.
able to be like, let's go out for dinner tonight somewhere without having to pre-plan a babysitter or pre-plan.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You know?
That definitely. But do you ever miss the idea of the first date? Like if we just like woke up, one of us had amnesia, it'd be all new again, right?
51st dates.
51st dates, but we know. Well, we know each other through and through,
Yeah.
inside and out. I'm doing the best I can to know you inside and out.
You are.
I'm a pervert,
You are.
but it's been some
You'd
time.
think by this stage you'd know.
I'm doing my best. Do you remember our first date? Do you know where it was?
Yeah, well, it was at that Italian restaurant on James Street. Let me think
It's
of
not
the
there
name.
anymore.
It is. Oh, no, it's something else now.
Probably some other
Let
Italian
me
restaurant.
think about what it was called. Hold on.
We got time. An hour of this, her pondering. Fuck me, dude.
It was called...
It's going to start with a B.
Beccafino.
Bucci.
Bucci.
But you were close with Beccafino.
Okay.
It was Bucci. You were wearing a red dress.
Oh, close. I was wearing a red top.
Red top, white pants.
That's correct.
That's right. That's a bold move to go to an Italian restaurant eating spaghetti and shit like that. I don't even wear a white t-shirt at home when I'm eating
You don't
spaghetti.
wear your white skinny jeans?
It's been a while.
No?
We could talk about fashion too tonight. We've got some questionable... remember I was wearing patent leather pants a few years before I met you.
Yeah, you
So
were.
I might bring them. I might dust them off.
Maybe you can grow your fringe back too. That's a cute look.
I've had some looks. I feel like though right now my look is good. My hair's looking good. I'm just catching the angles here. My hair is looking good. But our first date was a fun one. We went home. We there was some prawns in there. It was a seafood dish. Can't remember what I was wearing, but then we went home and we attempted to make love. We started making love.
Did we?
I believe we made a little bit of love.
I don't remember that.
A little bit of love. Are we talking about the same day? We're talking about the same. Are you that Beck? Are you that Beck? Oh no!
No.
Oh, I've caught myself in a lie here.
I
No.
don't know that actually happened.
But it was wild. We had a nice courtship. I missed the. You know what they say? The chase is always better than the catch. But I believe the catch was good in this instance.
Yeah.
But the chase was very fun. We had a few dates, and Beck turned me down.
Many a time. I think
Quite
the
heavily.
story's been told.
Well, I like to just rehash it, just to get the juices flowing. Drink a bit more piper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, you turned me down, and then at the fourth time, I said, "That's it, Beck. You're insane." And then you said, "I think I love you," and that was it. And then now we're here. We've got 2 kids.
Yeah.
Still not married.
No.
That's come up a lot recently.
Yeah, I think that one day will happen. I think the dream is the Vegas wedding.
Yes, the Vegas wedding. I'd love to know
Elvis.
anybody that's got married in Vegas who listens to this show because I'd like to know how it goes. And if it's a legal thing, apparently it's not legal in this
No, it
country.
wouldn't be legal here. It'd be more of a fun spectacle.
So we'd have to do the paperwork here, and then go
Yeah.
to Vegas. Well, that's what I'd like to do. We do want to get married, right on the air right now.
I think it's not just like, it's not the wedding, it's the idea of the marriage, right?
And the ring and the pieces of paper.
I don't.
Rebecca Thompson, no longer Rebecca Wibsett.
Yeah, actually, Arabella did ask me about that the other day.
Yeah, we're at that awkward stage where Arabella's asking us about marriage.
No, she's asked me to marry her many a time.
Yeah, she does that.
She does ask me to marry her all the time. If she's in a dress and she's wearing shorts, apparently you can get married. When one person wears shorts and one person wears a dress, that's the open invitation for a wedding. So we get married a lot, her and I. But she does keep asking me about my last name being Wimsett. And she asked me why my last name isn't Thompson.
And then you said, go and talk to your father.
Yeah.
Damn, there's a lot of pressure already.
Anyway.
We're 13 minutes in, and it's a lot of pressure on my shoulders. I do want to get married. I don't know what it is. We've thought about it, we've talked about it, but we've never really planned it.
No.
In this day and age, unless you're making, I'd say 200 to 250 plus as a couple.
Is that your good guess? Is that
As a financial advisor, I'd say people out there, you want 2 to 250k coming in, and you want to if I'm doing the surprise, right, I need to have enough socked away out of our joint account that you don't miss. So I need to have all the budget, all the bills covered. The little niceties, the Piper, aka Wolf Blush Shiraz, and the old gold cherry ripe. I still need to get that coming into the house, and then I need to siphon away 5 or 10 grand, get that ring.
is that all I'm worth to you?
See what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I can't do this. I'm going to have to take on another job, another full-time job, 2 full-time. I'm going to be working 90 hours a week for this ring.
Crazy.
Anyway,
Whatever. It's not about a ring, and I don't actually really know much about diamonds or jewels, so that's okay.
that is true. Now, episode 150, I probably put a lot of emphasis on it, thinking this is a super special episode. Super special because you're on the show. But, I mean, it's a regular
It's
King of
just
the
another
Couch
one.
show. Regular show. And recently, I've been thinking about, pulling the pin. I have.
I know, it's sad to think
Let's
about.
be honest. Let's tell the viewers, because I haven't really delved into that, but I have. Behind the scenes, I've been thinking about pulling the pin.
Cancelled.
I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could really do it. I've been a bit harder to get on the air
All right,
every
let's
week.
put it out to the listeners. Would you rather see him cancelled, out of your ear holes, never again, or just super sporadic?
You can't cancel me.
Do you know what I mean? Like, would you rather just have once a month or once a whatever, or every full moon you do an episode, or do you want to cancel altogether? How are we thinking?
Let me know if you're listening. You made it this far in this podcast. Do I cancel or not? I don't want to cancel. I think I miss it too much. It's legitimately like a therapy session for me.
You'd be bored.
I'd be bored, and it's fun. It's fun to come on here and talk like opinions.
I think sometimes
Even
when
you
you're in a
don't
bit
know.
of a mental fuzz or a mental haze, though,
That's true.
you are looking at overhauling all your life in one go and making a big upheaval of everything just for a little bit of uncertainty or a little bit of, whatever. So anyway, we got some questions. I'm actually just looking at my list of things I wrote down for episode 150, and clearly I didn't have you in mind when I was writing these notes. There's I've got something here about recreational drug usage, which well, I've got a story about that.
you dabbled.
No, I mean,
You dabbled.
sometimes.
You're a mother.
Once upon a time.
You're a mother. She's a junkie. Everybody, honestly, we'll edit that out.
There was this week at my workplace, at my place of work. That was actually quite petrifying.
You were accosted by a couple of crackies came into Beck's work.
I think there were more than that.
More than crackies. More than methies?
Probably.
Junkies.
Real big.
Damn, man. And what happened, Beck? You staunched them.
Well, no, I was actually shaking like a leaf behind the scenes, and he looked absolutely petrifying, like he could have a knife or a gun, I'm not too sure. So I just stood back like a deer in headlights, and I really wanted to watch the show go down. And anyway, so it turns out that they got kicked out and they were asked to leave our store because they're thieves. And the girl pleaded that she wasn't a thief and that she was never stolen anything in her life, and she was about to pay her good, well-earned from a job money to buy some tights and Lorna Jane. And I can assure you that she's never had a job, and if she had a job, it's not been for a long time. So they were there to pickpocket. They were asked to leave, and I was waiting for a scene to go down because I love watching confrontation. I don't like to be part of it, but I love to watch it.
Confrontation's good.
Oh, it's so good watching it. Anyway, so they kind of left fairly, what's the word? Like
abruptly?
No, actually they were pretty okay with it. I thought there was going to be a knife or something come out, but anyway, so it was all right.
A knife attack at Lorna Jane Maroochydore.
Oh, scary stuff.
It is interesting when you get those sort of people that come into it. I feel bad for them in a way too, because like they are looking for that quick fix. It's a tough thing. And as someone who's like not interested in that, you do want to be a fly on the wall and sort of see that confrontation.
Yeah.
Remember I had that. There was that debacle the other week when I was buying nappies. You were somewhere off in the other aisle. It was an old couple. When I say old couple, I'm thinking like 55, 60, and a young chick. And it was just this debacle. And it just like made me think that I'm like, man, people are just hopped up and ready to go. Yeah. Like a lot of people just like, I know they don't want to punch on in real life, but they are ready to hop up and just go, fuck you. I want to say some stuff. I've got like some pent up. I could tell that these three people had pent up aggression.
Yeah. And
I do it too every now and then. You're like, I don't know what it is, but it's like this prison-like mentality. As soon as I enter a car park, I'm ready. I'm ready for war. I'm ready for war. Are you all right?
Sorry, I'm just looking at your hand. You got a big bruise there. What have you been punching?
Well, there's it's funny that, we should probably address this on the show. And
You've punched something, haven't you?
it's interesting that it's come up.
That is insane.
Should I dare tell them how Sunday night ended?
Did you punch a wall?
I punched not the wall.
What did you punch?
The fridge.
Is that why the fridge is broken?
It's not broken. I fixed it. But there is a small dent in the fridge, and it's evident that there's a dent in my hand. Now, you paint a bad picture here, but you can sort of see it. It's a little bit bruised here on my hand for anyone watching at home. I'm just putting up the camera.
Mortified with your childlike behaviour.
Would you like to tell them... Are we going to do this? We're going to get a couple of steps. Would you like to tell them what happened 20 seconds prior to me hitting the fridge? And maybe I was a little bit emotionally damaged from this thing that happened 30 seconds upstairs. Remember someone else hit someone?
Yeah, I hit you.
You hit me, Beck.
I hit you.
Beck is a hitter.
I'm a hitter.
Not in an abusive way, but Becky will explode, and
when you
she
have
she punched
somebody-
me twice.
When
Call the police. Call the police. I'm in trouble.
when you have somebody that is off their absolute rocker in a 3-year-old's bedroom in the middle of the night, screaming at them, and
You're painting a terrible picture. I was not screaming at a child.
mate, you were screaming at her.
It was 9:50 p.m. and she was screaming at me.
She was screaming, so Aaron is screaming back at her. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get the baby to sleep, and all I can hear is him screaming bloody murder at her. So I've come out and screamed at him to get out of the room.
And I just said, Beck, I'm in here trying to handle it. Let me do it. And then you turned around like Mike Tyson and just whoosh, whoosh. You hit me. I didn't even know how to make, because it was a silent hit. There's no noise to it. And she slammed me in the arm twice. Yeah, you're going to definitely want to get that champagne, hey, because we're 20 minutes. We haven't talked all week. 20 minutes in, and we're beating each other up. But yeah, look, it was an emotional weekend, obviously.
Yeah, and then you used.
Well, yeah, I was drunk. Look, I'm not a drunk, ladies and gentlemen, and I know
Really?
I talk about alcohol at length on this show and everything, and there's nothing that I don't tell you about. This is real life. This is real nature, true nature here. But I was steamed up. Look, and I'd come off a month, so I haven't actually spoke to you guys since I was I basically did a month off the sauce. It was like 27, 28 days or something like that. From the 3rd of October till like what? The 28th? The 28th of October was my first drink. Went out on a beautiful yacht on the Friday, had about 10 drinks. Across the day, that's nothing. People go, that's a lot, but that's actually not that much. Over like 8 to 10 hours, that's really not that much. However, Sunday we went out on a huge yacht day. Beck graciously said she'll drive after there was a little bit of toing and froing there for a bit. I will say that. And I don't know what it was, but I was just trying to set some sort of Guinness World Record to see how much rosé a human being could drink. And I gave it a good nudge.
You did.
And I don't think it really hit me, if I can be honest, until about 15 minutes in, and we were on the Bruce Highway, and my head just went, oh yeah, I'm fucked. Mm-hmm. And because I was thinking about the other beer that we had in the fridge, and I was thinking about the movies I'm going to watch, and it's just going to be smiles and rainbows. And we hit fucking,
Bit of turbulence.
the Deegan deviation, and my guts turned. My guts went to the deviation, and that was it. We got home. It was a bit crazy, and not proud of it. But I punched a fridge. But look, I would never hit you. But like, if a man's got aggression, I'd love to know what people think about this. But like, if a man, even if a woman has aggression, would you clearly had aggression that night, and like, you let it out by slamming me twice. Now that's probably, I'm not counting, but that's probably the 4th or 5th time you've hit me in our relationship. I'm glad you never hit me in the face.
Do you know, sometimes that's all I want to do, but then I think about your glasses.
Yeah, good. You fucking should. We got a joint account. You see how much this shit costs.
Anyway.
But it's funny. And anyway, so what I'm saying was I had a bit of aggression. I had a bit of emotion. Obviously, you're never going to channel your emotion, your aggressions correctly if you've had like 2 bottles of rosé to yourself. So I was getting something out of the fridge, whatever happened, and I punched the fridge. And I was pretty evident that I could have broken a knuckle straight up looking at this, because I looked down, it sort of went black, and I had to put it in the ice. And needless to say, tried to get some Maximus in, blackcurrant flavour, looking for a sponsor, and I'm not a domestic abuser, so it's okay, you can't cancel me. But it hurt. But you know what? Thanks to the 2 bottles of rosé, I didn't really feel it on that night.
Isn't this the second time you've broken a wrist or a bone or a thing from punching something?
I have broke this. I have broke my right hand before by punching a bookcase. I will say though, it was softer hitting our fridge, our aluminium fridge. I think that's what it's made out of, aluminium. But anyway, you didn't notice that all week until now, because it's really starting to shine now. And if you're just listening, she's been staring at it for the last 5 minutes. And I'm going to have to pull the plug. This is actually, could be the last episode ever, because she might murder me after this show.
Anyway.
I haven't committed. Anyway,
Let's move on with the show notes.
here we are, episode 150. Just on that, who steals from Coles? I was talking to a friend the other day.
Well, I just saw the note underneath it saying Halloween, and I'll tell you a story about who stole from Halloween. Our poor little neighbours up the road, the little 4-year-old kid, he was so excited. He said to his mum, no, he must be in prep, so 5, and he just was so excited, said to his mum, can we do something for Halloween? So she decked the house out, put the lollies out, Anyway, someone comes and steals a little 5-year-old's bike from their front yard.
I don't like that.
Anyway.
I don't like that.
Me either.
Who steals a kid's bike? Like, unless it was another 5-year-old kid, like, fair's fair, right? But I don't even like thieves.
No.
But if it's an adult, I bet you what it would have been is one of them little laddie-looking pricks that have, like, that half bum bag and those Air Max 97s and the shit haircuts. God, I hate those kids. They're vaping. They're vaping right now.
Yes.
I hate those kids.
Anyway,
Halloween. But I was talking to a friend the other day, and don't say his name if you pick it, because I think you'll know who it is as soon as I say it. He's not poor by any means, and I think he enjoys the thrill of this. But he said to me he has often, when he goes to Coles, he'll pinch one thing. Like, it's become a bit of a dopamine hit for him. It's become a bit of a thing, a bit of an addiction.
I'm not going to even.
Don't say it.
No, I'm not going. I don't even know who.
I think he may have even taken a roast chook. I definitely know he's got a trick for discounted roast chooks, because he gave me a full breakdown of like the time of day to go in to get a roast chook, and he heard this from another customer there, but he ended up walking out with a $2 chook. Well, I'm gonna tell you after the show. I'm not gonna release.
Don't do it on air.
I'm not gonna release it on the air. Well, no, I mean, I'm already punched a fridge. We got other issues to deal with, but
I don't think. Do you know what?
I've contemplated. I will say, full disclosure, I've thought about shoplifting from Coles.
Have you?
100%. It's the thrill for me,
I don't.
and also running out of money.
Do you know what? Like, I don't like to put that affirmation out into the universe.
Welcome to the woo woo hour with Beck Wimset.
I don't.
Woo woo Wimset, they call it.
I don't think that I've ever felt so poor that I have to steal from Coles. If I felt poor, I wouldn't go to Coles, but I'm lucky enough to go to Coles where I can buy the things that I need to buy and not need to steal them.
Yeah.
What a shitty affirmation to put out into the universe.
All I'm saying is, have you ever been so bored in life that you're looking for the thrill of pinching a hot chook and money?
I'll tell you my things with thieves.
I watch a lot of crime movies.
So I was 3 years old and I stole some Hubba Bubba from the Inala Woolworths.
Well,
and
I'll be placing a call. Woo woo Wimset.
I had it wrapped up in my dress. My mum took me down to Inala police station and she went back and took the Hubba Bubba back to Woolworths, and the lady at the counter says, "Why are you bringing this back?" And my mum said, "I don't raise thieves." And the lady at the Woolworths counter said, "Oh, well, most of the mothers teach their children how to steal from here." Anyway, so that was my altercation with stealing. She took me marched me down to Inala police beat.
What a mum, hey?
She sat me in, what are they took me into, what are they called, where the police...
Get questioned.
Yeah, they sat me in the question room.
Take her into the witness protection.
As a 3-year-old, they sat me in the question room and I got a talking to by the police. Have I ever stolen again? Never. Oh, actually, I tell a lie. I've stolen one thing other than that. Not stolen. I found a wallet on a train.
You can't. That's not stealing. That's finding.
I found a wallet on a train. Okay, so I did steal a little bit. I took the money out of the wallet and gave the wallet back to the train station people, saying that I found it.
When was this? 3 weeks ago, wasn't it? I wonder where that money come from. Little Jenny will never get that $50 back, will she?
I think it was only like $10 or something.
I had a thing in grade 6 when my purple Billabong wallet was ripped out of my pants, and it was probably clearly didn't have it connected to my chain at this time, which if I did, wouldn't have been in this freaking mess. But yeah, I remember a little Spanish kid in my class, Javier Roses.
I love that name, Javier.
Yeah, Javier. I hope Javier's well. I had ill wishes on.
I used to work with a Javier.
Well, I didn't. I had ill wishes on Javier when I was 11 because, like, I was obviously a bit of a paranoid kid, still a paranoid adult, and I was like, yeah, listen, mate, thanks for returning my wallet, but where's my cash? You know?
Did he take your cash?
I don't know. But I remember going to my dad, and I was gutted. And I think it was the first time, and I obviously learned this off my father. This was a vicious cycle, but I think it was the first time I ever used the word cunt. I was 11 years old. I said some cunt has stole my money. I don't know where that came from. My dad was stunned that I said the word cunt, but he was also like, he was empathetic with me because he knew that I'd got more things stolen. Wow, and he also was on to me that I didn't connect it to the chain he bought me. You know what I mean? But anyway,
To your baggy data.
I wore data in grade 8. Me and Ethan Canaway. Shout out Ethan Canaway if you ever listen. 3 days I stayed at his house in grade 8. We went to Indro, City Indro, just head to toe data.
That's beautiful. I used to
Head to toe data.
I used to thrive for my Tommy Hilfiger soccer shorts.
Yeah.
Do you ever remember those?
Yeah, you're a huge tomboy.
I was a big tomboy. Probably still am at heart.
I'm still not sure.
I'm wearing your shirt, so...
that is my shirt. That's
it
nice.
is.
We've got a real black
nice
and white thing going
nice
on.
cotton number I've
I
got
know.
on here.
It's good. It's weird. This is the first time I've ever filmed a show like this. I keep looking here. It's weird because you're looking at the camera, but I'm also looking at each other because it's rude when you don't look at someone.
It is.
I'm feeling it. I'm getting a vibe though. Are you?
Yeah, it's fine.
You still will probably be the first and hopefully last guest I have sex with. Still, Jared's coming over tomorrow night for a podcast, so there's still time.
I mean, there's still time.
Still time to have sex with Jared. I don't know where they come from, but anyway, I haven't stole from Coles. I'm just saying sometimes the thrill of the chase, like the rush. I wouldn't run. That'd be embarrassing though.
It would be very
Yeah,
embarrassing.
it's a bad affirmation.
It's amazing how many people actually steal.
Because it's, you know what it is? It's the self-checkouts. It's
No, not
made
even
us.
Coles. Like any
just in
retail
general?
store that I've ever worked at, like the thieves are just rampant.
Yes.
Especially around Christmas time. I mean, I get it. Sometimes it can be hard to make $1, but anyway, I'm not a thief.
If you were really like, okay, you run out of money and we got to feed the kids. We both run out of money and we have no money to get. Would you rather like go to your mum for money, or would you rather just try and pinch a hot sugar?
So why am I not making money? Let's go. Let's actually like.
Why are you not making money, babe?
Let's think about that.
Because you take Sundays off work so we can go and hang out at our mates' yachts. Yeah, so we're down half a paycheck this week, and we're stealing chickens. Nah, look, we wouldn't do that. I would never shoplift from a large organisation. I wouldn't do that. But
I just think it says.
friends of mine maybe would.
Okay, that's interesting. Can't wait to divulge into who that is later.
Nah, he didn't say that. I think he accidentally did it once, and now I think he's high on the crime. I'm worried about him.
That's fun. Okay.
Anyway, we've got some questions in here tonight.
All right.
I want to talk about them because they seem fun. Some
do
here,
seem fun.
some here are directly to you. Some are stupid. Some are funny. We'll end with the ones that are directly for you.
Okay.
But I mean, let's just see how this goes.
Okay.
Okay. Any more kids to add to the brood for Auntie Tori?
Ooh, I wonder where that came from.
This has come maybe potentially from your sister. She doesn't like when you put salt in her food. That's the kind of girl she is. You gonna take this one? We'll do it together.
Look, that is It's not a no. No, I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't say
It's not a yay. It's not a fucking
definitely
yes.
not. It's definitely not a yes. It would be more of a, oops, I did it again, kind of situation, wouldn't it?
And look, we're potent. We're potent. We are a perfect. Would you say genetic match?
Yeah. Do you know I've
Egg
actually
to sperm, perfect.
Yes, 100% we are, because do you know that I've
It's rare. It's a rare
I
thing.
can't even remember who I was talking to about this the other day, and or did I listen to it? I'm not sure. Sometimes my conversations, I don't know where they come
She
from.
doesn't have conversations with anyone. She listens to podcasts.
I know. So
We don't talk.
Maybe I heard it. Who knows? I heard it somewhere. But the sperm to egg situation, like husband and wife could be having sex or, doing sex. That's how you make a baby.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Believe
talk
it or
about
not.
sex. Keep
Believe it or
talking
not.
sex, yeah.
And they could just, their eggs and their thing could just not ever want to dance. But then she could go and have sex with the neighbour and they're like a genetic match. And then they could have a baby.
It's cruel how that works.
Isn't that wild?
Like, you might love someone, their sperm hates you.
Yeah.
You might hate the neighbour, but that sperm loves you.
Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, so to answer the question, it's not a no, it's a no for right now.
Yeah.
I think I'm happy with 2. I mean, look, he's only 5 months old, so let's just enjoy.
Yeah, no, look,
that.
I'm happy with 2. I mean, I just mentioned financially, potentially stealing hot chickens. So, yeah, things are going well. You've just said it's a bad affirmation. I'll probably get a stern talking to you after this podcast.
Yeah.
It's just a joke. Don't take it for real. Never would steal. But I always had a thing about 3 kids. Did I not? And I've said that
Yeah.
at length. But it was always a thing with 3 girls. Now we've had a girl and a boy. I never thought it'd be a
But
boy
the third
dad.
would just be a blessing.
It's just, it could just be a transsexual. Like a date, you know? Who knows yet? We don't even know what it's going to be. They could get the best of both worlds on the 3rd kid.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I would say definitely no for me right now.
Yeah.
The logistics of a 3rd kid too, like I'm a bit of a practical person after the fact. Like now that I've had 1 kid, I'm like, I got a bit more practical. And I've had 2 kids, I think I'm a fair bit more practical.
Well, I just tried to do the grocery shopping today with the 2 kids.
Jesus.
I had to ring my mum to come to the grocery store.
Did you really have to call your mum?
Yeah. I needed a helping hand.
You need help. Imagine you've got 3 kids, and we've like Stu and Tanya. They got triplets. I mean, like they do a great job, but
They
like
are
it's so
so-
much more work. There's so much more.
Yeah.
They're on.
They're always on.
They're always on. God love them. They're always on.
But they do such a good job.
Great job. Like they're never off. Like
But they just, I think it's the you've got to be organised.
Super.
Aaron is not.
no, you've
That's
got to be
not
like
his-
Rain Man.
that's not
I just
his
can't
strength.
no.
His strength is not organisation and his strength is not time management. So 3.
But don't you think 3 like it's
Pretty fun seeing a family of like
Yeah, it is.
3 kids and 2.
it's I would say it's stressful, but then you got to get like potentially a bigger car, or they're definitely going to be bum to bum in the back if you're in like knocking around a little Swift or something like that, which I have seen.
Yeah, I know.
There's parents at the daycare that do that.
I know.
Like a family of
Wild.
5 and a Suzuki Swift.
It's wild.
That's like, it's like the equivalent of like fucking sardines in a tin. You know what I mean?
That
Like,
is.
whoosh, oh, look how close they are.
That is.
But, and then I think our house now is like a 4-bedder. And it's nice, but it's like, do I want to live in the suburbs forever? No. So I want to get to a bigger house that's going to cost me more. And I need a bigger house because I need an extra room now. I work from home, potentially. So our 4 rooms are shot. You know what I mean? We're going to need at least 5 res. See, these are all things I think about. Cost of living, apparently, what is it? Doubles every 7 years.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm a financial advisor. I'm a negative one. I'm a scared pessimistic one. No, not really. I'm not that scared. I'm not that scared. I've got a lot of money coming to me.
Thank you.
Woo woo.
Thank you.
Woo woo Wimset. But more so if Tori ever listens to this show, which I doubt she does because she's all whatever. But when is she going to have a kid? That's what I'd like to know. Always people asking us for more and more and more. Always take, perfect genetic match. When's she going to just have one? Just one little rugrat,
Rugrat.
you know? A little whatever running around. Boy, girl, they, them, he, she, I don't know. You know? High in the sky in the city. Rose Bay. Little mansion, little millionaire.
Wouldn't that be beautiful? That'd be cute. But actually, that would probably be the better, having nieces and nephews. Because we're pretty close with Arabella's cousins, Lola and Stella.
Yeah, we want nieces and nephews. We want kids that we can come around, we enjoy their company,
Yeah.
and they can fuck off.
Yeah,
Because
that's-
we're full.
That's what I like,
Yeah.
actually.
We're closed.
Yeah.
We'll go away. We don't want bum to bum in the Swift, okay? But we don't drive a Swift. We drive a Kia Sportage. We bought it. Cash money. At least the first $3,000. Might have it still on finance. All right. Now, this one's a weird one. I'll be honest, I rinsed him about this one. When you get to the end of a cake of soap, why doesn't it lather as well? Now, we just gave him a shout out for being a top dad. I'm going to give him a shout out for being an absolute freakazoid using a bar
Who
of
uses
soap.
a bar of soap?
Stew.
Except for my grandma.
Stu.
Does he actually?
Disco Stu Johnson. And I found out, and this is probably a bit of personal information. This is
Stewie.
personal information, and I'm going to share it because he can't stop me, okay? But I believe that him and his partner, and to me,
Share the same bar
I
of
actually
soap.
thought this was quite sexual. I'll be honest, like I'm a bit of a pervert, so I can see why he's doing this. But, and look, I'm sorry if this is too out there, Stu, but you're sharing a bar of soap, mate. Don't wonder about lathering. Where do you stand on this? We don't use bars of soap, so we can't really talk too much about this. Yeah, top me out, Buttercup. Got a few stouts in the fridge after. It's going to get out like fucking nails. Beck and I are probably on for a drunk one here tonight, hey. Lucky I've only got 3 meetings tomorrow. When you get to the end of a cake of soap, why doesn't it lather as well?
Because all your skin, skin cells have come off.
All the dirt, all the
Off
sweat,
your body and
the jizz.
on to the soap, and it's caked onto the soap. So the lathering properties are now blocked by your dead skin cells.
Yeah.
That is why it's not lathering.
My eyes
From
are
the
watering, dude.
PhD, Miss Rebecca Wim said.
Yeah, she's a doctor. She would know that. she's touched me in places that only medical professionals would do.
So, Stu, here's my recommendation for you. Upgrade.
He needs some liquid, eh?
Yeah, upgrade to the liquid and a loofah at least. 2 separate loofahs would be preferable.
Do you know what he said to me though? That they only take a bar of soap in the master, but he said if in the guest shower they have like liquid soap. Like, why would you?
Do you know what? I'm gonna get real gross here, and I'm sorry if this Stu, you're gonna listen to this and actually hate me for putting this.
No,
in
do
your
it.
head.
Keep going. This is the show.
Do you know what?
Gross the better.
Freaks me out about the thought of a bar of soap.
What?
Is peeling a pube off the soap.
Peeling it, yeah.
Like getting into the shower to use your bar of soap, and there'll be like I've manscaped this. Your pubes on the bar of soap actually makes me feel physically ill. Anyway, sorry, Stu. I'm gonna buy you some beautiful.
Yeah, look, the problem is, Stewie, with me, like whether it lathers or not, is the fact that like you're sharing bars of soap, and I get it because I'm a pervert. I will be honest, I'm gonna share some personal here too. This is a good thing. I was a good grandson. I did a good deed for my grandparents. I cut their hedges over the weekend, right after a big yacht day. Grandson of the year, still number one. Cut their hedges. It was sweltering as fuck in Brisbane. I was covered in sunscreen and sweat. So I had to have a shower. Went and had a shower, and my nanny shower, and she goes, "There's soap in there." I was like, "Classic." I knew what soap I was looking for. Did I find it? No. What did I find? A manky old bar of soap. Did I use it? I definitely did not use it. I washed myself with shampoo. But it's just like when you got to pick it up and you're shoving it in holes.
There is no way you would have used that.
No way I would have used
that.
It.
You are.
I don't love my grandparents. I love them, but there's no way I'm sharing bars of soap.
No.
I'm an adult. I can make my own decision.
Yuck.
But anyway, why does it lather as well? I think the doctors. I mean, it's covered in your dead skin cells. You're psycho. Wow, that's amazing.
Okay, anyway.
Apparently, he said he puts it on a loofah.
Okay.
No, it's not the same.
Okay.
And here's another one. This is really a punchable offence. Punchable offence or not, I'm going to let you make the decision, listeners. Putting your dog's shit in someone's bin which is still at the curbside after being emptied. So we have bins go out tonight. Little Frankie takes a shit, I bag it up, chuck it in. That person's got to have a smouldering bag of shit.
Do you know what?
In a bin for a week.
Oh, I'm like an advocate for both because I always think like, well, at least I picked up my dog's shit.
Yeah.
Would you rather me leave it on your side of your road for you to pick up?
Yeah.
So I picked it up, but I still would look around to see if anybody's looking before I snuck it in the bin.
Yeah, I do that too because I agree.
Where we live, though, I'm just going to say, like, they made this really beautiful little suburb that we live in, you know, the little Stepford wife kind of that's the way they want it to look a little bit. And there's no rubbish bins.
A little bit suburban around here. A
No
little bit too
rubbish
suburban
bins
for me.
anywhere.
So
it's horrifying. If you walk down our street, there is just dog poos everywhere. So the people that are picking it up, put it in whoever's bin.
I will say there's probably like a lot of fucking bogans that live around where we live.
Correct.
Like it's a bogan, it's a nice suburb, and this is obviously like maybe somewhat of a bad affirmation. Wimset will back me up here, but like we came out here because it was a nice house, but this is where like entry level home buyers have come to. So there's quite a few falcons getting around. You know what I mean? Quite a few bad haircuts, quite a few bad tats getting around, quite a few.
Yeah.
Oh look, I don't know.
Thieves apparently.
Thieves, kids' bikes stolen day in, day out, and there's dog shit on the footpaths. But,
come summer, that's never nice.
Look, yesterday I was cruising the streets and it was bin night. I dumped some poo. I just opened the lid up, jumped, and did a poo in it myself. It wasn't even dog poo. No, it wasn't. I did Frank's up because I'll be honest. It's a weird thing because like, what's worse, like doing a quick look around, dumping it in there and going, hey, this shit is literally your problem now. Or like, then you got to carry a bag of poo around like it's a handbag.
But
This is Chanel. No, this is Frank shit.
Hey, can I just quickly digress? I'm going to do a digression just on designer handbags.
Digress, I would because it's hard being the host week to week. I'm relying on you 50%.
I don't know if you know anything about roadblocks. Do you know Roblox?
Roblox. The game.
The video game.
I thought you said Roblox for a second. I'm like, yeah, I've had a few of them in my time.
It's
It's
Roblox, right? Not Roadblocks.
The kids that Jared's kids play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
So, do you know anything about that?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so get this. Designer fashion, digital designer fashion is becoming a thing. Did you know that?
It would make sense.
So,
it's like the metaverse.
I don't really know anything about Roblox or what it is, but I have become aware of. I read a little article yesterday, believe it or not. I read something. They're, like all the designers like Gucci and Balenciaga and all that, they are creating digital design wear for people to pay for inside the Roblox game.
Isn't
that insane?
That seems insane, but it also doesn't, because people are like super fucking dumb that they do that.
Yeah, but like...
People would get off on that though.
But isn't that crazy? So they're like... Well, from what my understanding was of this article, was that the Roblox, I don't know what it is all about, but they can create their little avatar. So they're creating like little fashion people or whatever that say a Gucci handbag is, well, I don't know how much a Gucci handbag is, $5,000.
She'll get to know because I'm going to get her there. We're going to get rich.
Thank you. And then, so inside Roblox, it's like, say, $800 for a Gucci handbag, but they're actually paying actual cash to buy these designer digital Gucci handbags.
I would see how that works.
To carry around in their metaverse. Isn't that crazy?
We do live in stranger times.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Just the show. There's honestly, it's hard. It was hard to me to even write a synopsis of what the show was about. Mm-hmm. It is insane. The metaverse and those sort of things are insane, but it makes sense too, because people are infatuated with things like that. Like even when we were growing up, I remember playing like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and you're like, oh, I can design my own skateboarder. Like you put a little piece of yourself in that digital thing. So I get it from like that, like childlike sort of thing, but it is bizarre. Like I play that Alien game on my phone, the Alien shooter. Every now and then I'll accidentally hit a button and they're like, oh, would you like to, for $49.99, would you like to buy 100 diamonds? And I'm like, fuck no, I want to play this for free. But there would be some dicks out there that would go, I'm rich, I'm going to get $50 worth of these, just bang, they don't care. And I think it's like the same thing. People just like, okay, I love it and I've got the money.
Do you know what I think that it is?
I don't put a value in anything.
Do you know
like
what
that.
I think that it could also be too? Is that maybe these people love designer fashion.
Yeah.
And they've always dreamed of having the Gucci handbag, but they mentally cannot afford the $5,000 Gucci handbag, but they can buy the Gucci digital version. So maybe avatar. They feel like they're connected to the Gucci handbag. But to me, then I think, wouldn't you save all that little...
Save all your little... Is real money, hey, in the digital world?
Yeah, real money in the digital world. So they're using their real physical money to buy a digital handbag.
But people are just like... But they're probably just infatuated with the Roblox world, babe. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe. They're super into that.
I'm going to have to get on and have a look at this.
No, because you'll start buying like digital Gucci handbags for your Roblox avatar. It'll just be bizarre. Beck, what are you doing? You're on the couch, just Roblox. Look how flashy he looks. Like, it's weird though. I think we have entered interesting times with the whole digital thing. Like, I was stunned about the metaverse and people buying digital property. And it reminded me of that movie Total Recall. Have you ever seen that? No. Arnold Schwarzenegger? No. Maybe me and Jared will talk about it tomorrow, because I definitely know he's seen Total Recall. But either way, what I was getting at here is that like they go on like this little scene in the movie, science fiction, they're like living in Mars or some shit. But he wants to go on a trip to Mars. So they basically just like plug a memory into your brain. And that's like the only way I can sum up the metaverse.
That's amazing, isn't it?
You know what I mean? But like,
it's fascinating.
Is it weird like that you're not actually doing something? Like you're just like, you're digitally there, but you're not there. Like I'm sitting.
Have you ever read any of that research about people who mentally rehearse doing something, say like shooting 100 basketballs into a free throw basketballs, and the more they mentally rehearse it, the more they can actually do it? It's like the mental rehearse that... I don't know.
I have not heard that.
Anyway, I was probably not doing justice, really.
No, I like that. Keep it going. I'll be honest, I'm no pro. Babe. But look, you're...
I'll listen to another podcast and get back to you.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know where we're going. But when I think it's in fucking genius. Genius? I think it's genius when people go, you know what? We're going to add in this aspect to this digital realm and charge real cash for it. Or it might be Bitcoin cash, I don't know.
But how fascinating.
People go, we're going to do that.
But how fascinating, I guess, for designers that they're like thinking that way, you know?
It's great.
Fashion designers thinking, well, I'm going to capitalize on an avatar.
Yeah, I think it's great.
That's awesome.
I don't think that I think anybody that can make a buck doing anything, selling a product, a service, a dream, an idea.
Well, that is life.
I'm super. Yeah, that's what like.
Is it not?
No, but you know, some people go, "Oh, who would do that?" Like I'm saying, like, I think it's super interesting and super cool that people would do that. Like people who. It's a little bit weird that people would buy it, but I don't think it's that weird at all. Like I would used to buy CDs. People, that's dumb.
It's always about the value that you place on.
That's what I'm saying. So people get value out of it, and then there's these other idiots sitting over here probably going like, "Oh, who would come up with that?" I'm like, "Well, you wish you did, dickhead, because like this person's making a mozza off digital fucking Gucci handbags." Gucci. We got to sit down and talk a bit more. We should start some digital shit.
I have no idea about digital shit.
Don't matter. No one does.
Anyway.
We don't. Anyway, next question. I'm going to skip one real quick and I'll come back to that. Why do they call it Ovaltine? Shouldn't it be called Roundtine? Jared, you slipped over there. It wasn't even real.
But aren't they ovals?
They are ovals. They're not round.
They are ovals, aren't they? Anyway, delicious nonetheless.
My mum used to always have Ovaltine in the house. You want to say something about here?
No, I just said I'm sure.
Yeah, she always had a lot of...
She still does, actually.
...processed stuff in the house.
Still does. I think she bought some for Arabella.
She had a whole bag of bluey little fake pizza shapes. They had a 4 out of 5 Health Star rating. I was a bit fucked off with that. Like, because it's not true.
You can't say pizza shapes have a 4 out of 5 Health Star rating.
Bluey, food is dangerous, right? Like processed food. We all know that. 4 out of 5 Health Star rating on Bluey chips. Had a bit on Friday night, had a bit of a headache, come home, ate 3 bags. Okay, I needed it, right? Because I had a little bit under my skin. But, man, 4 out of 5, that's rich. And butter's like what? Half a star? Get real. Anyway, I'm starting a food podcast.
Anyway, so on this,
Just talk about it.
The health thing.
You can keep going, baby.
This
is crazy.
Have you seen Rebel Wilson has come out in the media and have you seen the Rebel Wilson stuff?
I know that she lost a lot of weight.
Well, she lost a lot of weight.
And she wrote Bella the Brave because we got it.
Yeah,
good book. Shout out. It is a good book.
So she's come out with keto weight loss gummies. Anyway,
tell me more.
And so she has put these weight loss gummies out. Herbalife America is furious.
Why are they furious?
Because
we know a thing or two about Herbalife.
Because their sales are down, and also Weight Watchers are furious because their sales are down. So they're trying to sue Rebel Wilson's keto weight loss gummies.
Hey, shut her up.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do to Rebel Wilson. But anyway, so
it's a business, babe, at that level. 7 million revenue. Remember that was the tag.
Not 7 million. 7 billion with a B. Babe.
Billion with a B, babe. That was the tagline when we were network marketing.
We were slaying powder.
When we met, that was good times. But now from the outside looking in, it's like, well, that's fucking dumb.
That is a bit.
That was crazy.
Anyway, we slang some powder.
That was how we met.
That was fun.
That's how we met.
But anyway, so they're trying to get Rebel Wilson's weight loss gummies off the shelves, and on that,
why would you try to do that? This is how they know that they're worried, they're scared.
Yeah.
Well, Rebel's got an Aussie killing it overseas. What was it? Keto weight loss gummies.
I'm gonna try and find some.
Still sounds super gimmicky. It still sounds like, hey, look,
have you seen how much weight she's lost?
Do you think she just ate her own keto gummy bears? No. Keto gummy bears.
But who knows? How
many gummy bears do you think you could eat just over a 6-month period? Like, I need to lose 50 kilos. I'm just going to eat nothing but keto gummies. She surely had some broccoli and protein in there.
I'm sure.
But I'm going to check it out. That's a good story. When we another time, I'll talk about that on my podcast. This is an interesting one. Should more countries introduce mandatory military service like Israel and South Korea, etc.?
I'm going to pass.
Do you want to take this one?
I'm passing on a comment.
You're passing on a comment. You're on the show. You got to say comment.
Should more countries introduce mandatory Military. No, because do you know what?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so. I think that all. No, I can't answer that one.
Well, I'll share my opinions because I like to share my opinions on
Everything.
pretty much everything. I don't think so because I don't really believe in the whole war thing.
No.
Yes, if a war was coming and I need to like stand my ground and actually fight, then yeah, like that's a different story. But like countries like Israel and South Korea and stuff, no offense to like these sort of listeners that I have in those countries if I am reaching those parts of the world. But like they don't have like the greatest history. They seem to be like quite war torn and shit. So I can see why they might have mandatory military service. But I also doubly think about that going, wait, you guys are always like in a conflict some way, shape or form, and you always have mandatory military service. It's just like you're just forcing people to have this like we need to be prepared to fight and go at all times. So we are going and fighting at all times. It's not really for me.
Oh yeah, I'm too much of a lover. I'm too much of a piece.
Well,
of
I just think if
person.
you're forcing people into doing something that that they probably may not want to do. That's like to me, it's as trivial as going, hey, I'm going to force you to listen to Metallica's discography for 6 months straight.
I just
you know what I
feel
mean?
like
That would be pretty cool.
At what point do you change the narrative or like the?
I don't really know about this thing.
I don't know.
I'm just
anything
spitballing about these
either,
countries too, but I know Israel seems like it's always in a conflict.
Yeah.
South Korea not so. I don't know, but they seem like the nice Korea.
But then it's
North,
like,
they're the naughty boys.
But then it's like, yeah, I can't make a comment because I don't actually know too much about it. So I'm just.
But I don't think so. I don't
want to make a comment and be.
But my pop always said that. My pop always said that too because he did I don't know what you call it. It was like Army Reserves. It was like whatever. National Service. Nasha. That's what they called it. Nasha. And he still thinks that young boys, and look, that's the thing, and that whole thing has changed too because it's all like equality and crap like that. He's always like, yeah, young men should do national service, we should all do it. That's all well and good, but now you got that situation like, what if a female wants to do national service? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so my answer is no, I do not believe there should be mandatory service. I would love to hear Jared taking that because he's asked that question. That's a loaded question from Jared.
Ask Jared that.
It's a loaded question. Okay, these ones are good. Oh well, maybe I'm just changing the order up here.
All right, here we go.
Okay, what's more painful? This is definitely directed at Beck. What's more painful, giving birth or falling over at the pub, resulting in both black eyes and a sprained ankle, and then having to move house the next day? Tell the listeners, Beck, what happened? That seems very, very personal.
Oh, that was a fun time. So what's more painful? I'm gonna say giving birth because
that second time looked extremely excruciating.
Well, do you know what? The thing that happened with the falling over and and the moving the next day, I had some very generous people in my life that actually came to move my house for me, so I didn't have to, which was super lovely. And that was you, Miss Kira Gallagher, and your dad, Papa Charlie Gallagher. No, but seriously, childbirth was definitely the more painful out of the two scenarios. That's for damn sure.
I was there for both. I'll back that up. Looks hell.
You were there for both childbirth scenarios.
I was.
You were. Yeah.
I was.
No. But it's so good having good friends in your life, honestly. Ones that can pick up the pieces when you're not feeling so good and when you're not able to do the things that you once thought that you could do. So big shout out to my best friend Kira, who always comes to the party to help a sister out when in need. Yeah.
When you've had an absolute skinful, fall down, smash your face and your ankle, she's there to pick up the pieces.
Yeah. And her dad, he's blessed.
What a guy. That's nice.
He's Irish. That's the Irish.
You can trust the Irish.
You can trust the Irish.
Love to know what they think about the mandatory military service. You know, they've had a history. I don't know which one to end on. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with the other one last because I want to end on a high there. Okay. Even though it looks like a low. Okay, one for both of you. Fuck one, marry one, kill one. I don't know why I'll be doing this, but you have to pick the following. Harry Styles, Justin Bieber, and Machine Gun Kelly. I'll let you go first because you're a woman.
All right, I know this for 100%. I actually have no idea who Machine Gun Kelly is, so kill him. Go back, sorry.
Harry Styles and Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay, so fuck Harry Styles, marry Justin Bieber.
Wow.
Ooh, hold on.
Wow.
Hold on. Sorry, I think I'm going to have to say fuck Justin Bieber, Harry Styles. No, I'm gonna say marry Harry Styles and fuck Justin Bieber.
Marry Harry, fuck JB.
Marry Harry, fuck JB, kill Machine Gun Kelly. I think.
I'd like to kill them all.
Oh, but I love Justin Bieber, and if I don't go to his new concert coming into Brisbane, I don't know what I'll do. So probably marry JB. But he's so happy in his relationship. I would never want to disturb that. Anyway, so I'm going to say probably... No, I'm going to stick with it. No.
Quick.
Okay, shit. I'm under pressure.
Burn and film here.
We're always killing Machine Gun Kelly because I have no idea who he is. So he's dead.
Well, I know he played Tommy Lee in the Motley Crue movie,
Oh,
and
is
he's
that
the
him?
guy, and he's the guy that's married to Megan Fox now.
Well, I see. I don't
But
really
he
follow
makes-
up on social media.
To me, it's a battle of like who
Okay.
makes the shitter music.
Who are you going to go?
Look, I'd probably kill Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's devastating.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
I love him
He's dead in
so
the dirt.
much.
He's dead.
I think maybe I should marry him.
I'd probably marry Harry and probably fuck Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but
I
they
would
all
marry Harry too, actually.
Yeah, let's do it. It'd be a threesome. They all make pretty piss weak music though.
Music. Let's change the narrative to music. Whose music would you like to listen to for the rest of your life? Harry Styles or Justin Bieber?
Harry.
Really?
Yeah, like because I know Justin Bieber's absolute trash.
Oh, see, I would always listen to Justin Bieber for the rest of my life because he gets
You get him.
I
He gets
get
you.
him.
He gets you. It's all
We're
good.
two peas in a pod.
Name what's like a song that's like outside of Baby? Baby, baby, baby. Oh, I couldn't name any other song, and that makes me alone just want to shoot him.
Peaches? I got my peaches out in Georgia.
Of course, yeah, that's Harry. Sorry, that's JD. I got my peaches down at Aldi. Tough one.
Okay.
Kill the motherfucker.
No, I love him. And if you don't buy me concert tickets.
I'll be sure to do that. It'll be right next to me getting you that wedding ring. I'm sure the ticket's going to be what? Just cool, calm, $5,000 VIP ticket. It's got to say JB. Just thinking about fucking peaches and babies. All right. That was a good question, though. I'd like an equal one for like the same version of Lady
All right,
Pop
well, why
Stars.
don't we do their like other half? Megan Fox, Hailey Bieber, and Taylor Swift.
Oh,
Megan Fox, Taylor Swift, and Hailey Bieber. Fuck one, marry one, kill
I'd
one.
definitely like to have sex with Megan Fox. Sorry. Well, Hailey's a widow now because I've just killed JB. And Taylor Swift. This is mad fascination with Taylor Swift music. She seems like a really nice girl, but like for my money, can't dig it, can't get into it. But now look, marry Megan Fox because I like spending a long life with her. She got them long legs and like.
What else does she have?
There's nothing to say you can't marry.
What else does she have?
Oh, she's in Transformers. Seen the first one. I'll fuck. Sorry, who is it? I'll fuck Mrs. Bieber, and I'll kill Taylor.
Okay.
Yeah, get your peaches down in Georgia. I'm a murderer. What about you? Just say it quickly. I'm thinking gangbang.
I'm thinking marry Hailey Bieber, fuck Taylor. Kill Taylor Swift and
Yeah, there's a two.
fuck. What's her name?
Yeah, sorry Taylor. I know you're getting a new album out. And I'm sure it's doing really well, so we'll kill you. And this is a good one. We might end the show here because we've been talking an hour.
I know. It's a
And
very long
we
time to have a conversation.
It is.
with
It's
somebody.
actually really long. We'd like to go do some other stuff in my life, if I'm honest. No, not really. It's been fucking fun. And we had a bit of a camera issue too. Anyone playing at home will probably notice that. Doesn't matter. What's your number one pet peeves with one another?
Ooh, you
One
go first.
another.
You go first.
I don't have many pet peeves with you. I will say I really don't. My number one pet peeve is that you ask me the same questions over and over and over in different ways. So you would be like, hey, we've got some steak and we've got some chicken. What do you want for dinner? I'll say, I'll have steak. And you go, so you want steak? And I'll go, yeah, I love steak. And you go, but we've also got the chicken. And I'll say,
do that.
yeah, I know, but I've already said the steak. So she's like, okay, so chicken, steak it is. So it's like a real, okay, cool, holy fuck. It's like a Netflix miniseries of questions.
I do that.
Yeah, that's my number one pet peeve. Otherwise, beyond that, just not making love to me every day. because like I won't be here forever. And then when I'm not, when I'm on a fuck,
You're a real
fuck, marry,
freaky randy man.
yeah, very horny person. When I'm on a fuck, marry, kill list and I get fucking killed, you'll be like, God, should have fucked that guy more.
It's actually
Keep your head in the frame, mate. You're all over here with a child.
fascinating.
She's never worked Hollywood before, guys.
I know, this is my first time.
But seriously, yeah, horny, a horny person,
Yeah,
randy person.
kind of.
I'm healthy, energetic, healthy, got good swimmers, great swimmers.
What's
Not-
my pet peeve? It's that you're so horny all the time. It's actually
I think
really annoying.
I think that might be the number. Is it the number one pet peeve?
No, it's not. I'm just trying to think what my number one pet peeve about you is. I've actually got a few.
Yeah, honestly, just we got a list.
Got a list? Shall I get the list?
Yeah, we've got a shopping list. Just we want to cut the show. So end of the show, guys. Bye.
Bye. No, I can't think. Definitely. Definitely.
Come on, quick. Come on, I thought I was a piece of shit. I thought sometimes I'm a piece of shit and I get a punch on a Sunday night. Not that fucking bad, am I? Eh?
No.
You're like origami falling under pressure.
I am. I'm really not good under pressure.
We might have sex after this.
That's probably my. That's probably. Oh God, help me.
We'll do it.
SOS people.
We're gonna do
SOS.
it.
Probably my least favorite trait about myself is that I am so indecisive and I really cave under pressure and it really pains me.
You're indecisive when people are decisive for you. Do you want steak or chicken? Steak. You want the chicken. You are indecisive.
Yeah, it pains me.
But you got to be more decisive.
I know. I really have to learn that trait. I'm gonna practice it.
But anyway, like there's nothing.
Episode 200. I'm gonna be a bit more decisive about the content that gets put out here to the stratospheres.
But anyway, there's no pet peeves about me to you.
Plenty.
I would say like
Snoring,
snoring,
coming
yeah.
to bed late, not doing things when I ask you to do them.
Oh yeah, I should drop absolutely everything all the time. Whenever you say,
I always
do the dishes
feel-
now.
Yeah,
prick.
I always feel like if I'm gonna use my words and say something, I expect it to be done the moment that it comes out of my mouth.
She's painting a very vicious picture of herself. Yeah.
I just hate waiting for things.
I hate waiting.
Slow people that just, I'm going to get to it in my own time. That kind of attitude. I hate it. I want somebody to bounce up and go, done. Yes, miss. Let's
Yes,
do
queen.
it.
I'll drop everything I'm going to do because I love you and I will, forever. Let me touch your feet. Want to kiss them? Oh, sorry for being horny. Jesus.
Yeah. I think that's it, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I swear too
do
much.
you know what? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, your aggression. That's annoying. You're angry.
Yeah, I'll
man.
punch the fridge in the weekend.
He's so angry.
But I'm funny. I'm a nice guy. It's like a balance. I'm not
No,
ever in the center.
you're pretty funny.
I'm
You make me
motherfucker. Oh, I'm damn, motherfucker. Oh, motherfucker. Oh,
Yeah,
damn,
you
motherfucker.
make me laugh a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyways, this has
Yeah.
been fun.
It has been fun. Anyway, look here like you fucking give a shit. Now look, episode 150 in the bag with my little baby girl here. Thanks so much for coming on the show, Queen of the Couch.
My pleasure.
You were the king.
Well, I'll be invited back.
Sometimes, yeah, you'll be invited back. Definitely back.
I'll get some quality content next time. I'll read up on the newspaper, the Courier Mail. And
Sometimes
the
she
Fin Review.
Sometimes she calls me king in the bedroom, and I'm gonna end on that note. King of nothing. Just kidding. Bad affirmation. No, but fun to have you on. It's good that we had a conversation tonight too, because it's always so far between
Yeah,
intelligent conversation actually. Anything else you'd like to pass on wisdom to the King's people? Nope.
Yep.
Just that I'm horny and I punch fridges. I think that's what you could take away from tonight's episode. Yep.
Lord help us.
All right, guys. If you've been with us this long, thank you to the fucking moon and back. But anyway, this has been episode 150. Appreciate your ear holes from fucking number 1 to number now, 150. I'll see you again next week. Maybe another little guest episode next week. The Jared the Wizard Sookjar will be back on the airwaves, and then I'll be back. At this rate, probably in the new year. Hopefully when my hand heals. It's quite bruised. Have a beautiful week. We love you all.
Ciao for now.